very effectively, and it's beautiful. It's lovely to see, and it's lovely to see that Flipside are actually trying to adjust. Like, we saw adjustments there from them. They just weren't able to really make it work. But one thing is for sure, NIP didn't let them play their game. But here we are on Cash, map number 2. Flipside's chance for redemption as they face up against the Ninjas in Pyjamas. And they start off on the T side. So maybe not the most desirable of beginnings, but they are going to see what they can get done here. Lots of nades on Blade, and 3 Kevlars on the other T. So they do have a fair amount of grenades for a play into the A site, it would seem. Yeah, I'm going to collect the bomb as well. And we've got 2 players for NIP actually on the site itself. So whatever Flipside choose to do, it's going to be a hard entry, that is for certain.
Yeah, let's see. I was going to see if Simple was going to extend into the B-bomb side, but he's not going to, so never mind that. It is going to be a full push onto B, maybe with a late flank here from mid by Simple, but Forest is ready and waiting for it. Finds a frag as well. The CT is getting all the frags at the moment, 4 versus 2. Well, then Markelov remaining. Well, then it goes down, all down to Markelov. He will not be able to contribute anything to the round either. So that is a fairly solid cleanup there by NIP. Stark difference to the first round on Mirage, and they seemed to expect it as well. You saw the rotation there. I think it was Freiburg who was leaving B, going up to A. So they had the extra man in place when they needed them. And again, they did wait for the late push through mid to flank the CTs. Forest won the pistol round, of course. Won the pistol duel, sorry, in the mid area. And it was fairly standard stuff.
So a quick play into the A bomb site here from Flipside as they roll in with the pistols. Looking quite good though. Markov picking up a quick kill. GetRight goes down to the quad area and he's going to have himself an M4 to work with. But the rest of his team are being completely gutted as they entered the bomb site, and it's like Markov's not going to get much with that M4 as well. So very brave, very confident RNIP. They lose only a single man.
Yeah, nice round from him again, and it looks like Flipside were more concerned with trying to find frags and planting the bomb there, which would have been nice for their economy, but they are going to have to eco another round, and because of the AWP-heavy play on their team, they're all going to just be running with nothing but Glocks here, so we're going to need to see a train somewhere or other. But, ooh, they're going to get taken out by Alu in mid, and at that range, those Glocks are going to do next to no damage. Only Simple remaining. Are they going to leave Alu to get another race? No, Freiburg going to come down and charge. Charge him with bullets. Electrify him with cold steel.
Alright, so buy time for Flipside. They have lots of smokes and flashes, so lots of nades to play with. And there's still a couple of Famises here from NIP. What would be really nice, a nice option here from Flipside, is to try to take the jewels just over a mid. Just take mid very quickly, because NIP have worse weapons for the long-range picking game against the AKs. And they're actually NIP going for a quick play to get control of A main. They've actually dug a player in there quite deep, and 2 players around Squeaky as well. So they are quickly pressing around the back of Flipside. But Bondik, who's in the boost spot, able to take down 2 players and spot this aggression. Flipside now able to move in towards B. They know that that area is not defended as well as maybe it should be, and Exist in a key position here. Able to lock down the connector. That's good work from Exist now as it goes to 3-on-3. But the site is held, and the bomb will be planted. As Flipside are looking for a very strong defense.
Are we going to go for are we going to see a 3-man vent push here from the CTs? Looks like that might be exactly what we're seeing, and surely Flipside not going to expect them all coming from the same way at the same time, which means they'll have less people to duel with.
Simple on headshot. Slowly getting taken lower and lower as NIP move closer and closer, but 3 frags just all falling immediately. And not much time to be spared. GetRight is the only man with the kit there, so they are going to actually make this work. And surviving with 3 players there is actually quite surprising. That's actually a big deal.
But it was a really smart play putting 3 of them through the vents, because Flipside, until they identified all 3 people there, which is going to be hard with people peeking out maybe 1, 2 at a time, they may be still paranoid about where is that 3rd person, so they're going to have to check their backs, look to their left, look to their right, but nobody's there. They all came through vents and all won the duels there. Big round there by NIP. Another by coming out for Flipside after planting the bomb. Well, it doesn't have a helmet on him, so he will be in 1-tap region versus these M4s. Only 2 though, as we've got 2 AKs and an AWP on the CT side, and it is Forest who will be the first AWPer for NIP here.
And GetRight was alone on the A-bomb site for the first 20 seconds of the round. But now he's got some reinforcements as Forest is in place on middle. I think Forest actually had a timing on B and then rotated back out there. So they had a very, very strong defense early on towards mid and B. Now it's a bit more spread out here for NIP. Flipside looking to take middle, but they're going to have to run into Forest first. And this is certainly going to be a dangerous game they're going to play with the only Forest.
Is Exist going to peek mid? Let's have a look.
Grenade's coming over. Assist in position, immediately removed. Big deal here. Forest lost any kind of support here. Actually, Alu coming in to try to give him a hand. And Forest smoked out of Connector. So not much to be done now. Flipside actually doing a great job in taking control of middle. They've pushed NIP back completely from that position. Now they split 2 to a site, but it's going to be Forest to pick off Simple. And that's going to really shut down options towards B for the time being. But there's 20 seconds left now. They need to get a move on onto that A-bomb side. They've set up the push. Got to execute now, but in comes Forest from the back. Going to find the shot onto Bondic. And now the lineup on Flipside, the remaining players, surely you've got to go in. There's 10 seconds for them to plant this bomb. I don't know if there's enough time here. Definitely not now. Forest picking off Blade as he tries to scurry onto the bomb site. But they just didn't leave themselves with enough time. And that forced them into taking very drastic decisions. 5-0, this is looking strong.
Yes, it's looking unstoppable at the moment. And Flipside, you know, with a limited buy there, they didn't have maybe all the tools they would have liked to have for the kind of executes we see on the A site from teams such as Envy and Titan. And this got cut down one by one. You can see Bodek making tons of noise in mid. The inevitable flank coming in from Forest there. Very easy kill with that AWP, stopping that T-flank on short. Now we're seeing the eco come in, but the counter flashes are all over the shop. And they are running in blind. No frags for either side just yet, but you cannot be putting your chips on Flipside for this one. Oh, look at that Deagle from Simple. He is very strong with that. That sick aim from the AWP. Translates over to the Deag as well. Bondic with another frag. They've got a man advantage now, but can they even get the bomb down?
Oh.
Simple with another frag with the Deagle. Now there's only 2 NIP players remaining. Forest up there, goes up the ladder, but gets a nade out at the wrong time. He's going to have to get out of there. Freiberg finally taking down Simple. Markloff falls in as well. Bomb has been planted now. 2 versus 2. Only pistols here for the Flipside team.
They're going to smoke off A-main as well. That's a huge problem. And on the drop, Forest midair picks up the kill, but Bondic trays onto his mate Freiberg as Forest now. Pistol against pistol, and Bondic will pull it off. 3 kills from him, picks up the AWP, but you got to hand it to Simple with the Deagles, just systematically removing the defense early enough to get that plant down.
Alu has $13,000 and he's angry. AWP coming out again. He's going to be looking to beast these players, punish them for daring to win a round here. Well, that it is going to be the person rocking the AWP on this side for the Flipside team. Let's see if we can find an opening frag. Smoke's coming in here to close off the angles. We've got about, I don't know, 50, 100 flashes coming into the mid area, but no push from the Ts just yet. Smokes are going to make things harder for the CTs. We'll be unsure as to the whereabouts of the Ts. Look at the position Simple has gained. Did he go through the vents to get there? Oh, that's a great opening frag onto the B-bomb site. Alu soon goes down to well at it as well. That's going to be CT double smoked off. Simple going to push the smoke and get even better position. Doesn't find a frag. We'll go back to the site, but only get right. Versus 5 now. Simple, no fear, just charging through the smoke once again. Get right, going to try and save here with half health.
Now looking for him as well. Going to pick up Simple, but that's going to give his position away. It's not going to matter all that much just yet, but in come the remaining players. Get right looking to do as much damage as he possibly can. He's going to get eliminated, and LIP now going to be beginning to get into trouble on the money. Ali's still with a big bank to buy from, but this is not going to last past this round now. They buy with all their remaining cash.
And they're heading over to they're heading towards an overdraft, and it's going to be declined.
It's going to be declined. They're going to demand some interest as well. And there it is. Alu going to take down Simple as he tried to get a quick pick over the top there. But that's not going to work, and the push is coming in towards A at the moment. NIP haven't spotted this just yet, but they are going to dive straight in through the nades as well. So big play into the A bomb site here, but it's a little bit slow, and it's giving loads of time for Alu to rotate in from middle, and they still haven't even got onto the site here. They haven't killed Get Right, and Alu's taken pot shots from above. And what a shot there from Alu, looking for the third finisher. He finds it, and that is easily cleaned up. They just were too slow in, and that was the death of them in that round. Flipside now only 2-6 of the Swedish and Finnish squad. Man, this is gonna. I want to say Swedish squad, but I can't because the Swede and the Finn.
You've got a Winland in there.
The Swefin.
I remember when I was in IESF in Baku, Azerbaijan. The Finnish team were referring to themselves as Winland, which is pretty cool. Nice bunch of guys and girls. Had the female Tekken players there. Shout outs to them. Double AWPs, NIP, single AWP, Flipside. And again, yes, they were just kind of buzzing around the door area for far too long, and they main as well, and they paid for it dearly.
Wow. And
Exist that's a close casket funeral as he takes the AWP straight in the face. Good opening there, but they're gonna know he's at the on the wrong side of that door, so maybe someone's holding an angle for him to escape. Got a flash coming in from Blade, but well that it tries to peek, gets flashed by the flash, presumably through the window in the roof of that warehouse. Or that it getting a second frag. This time Alu goes down. It's a good start here from Flipside, but they haven't taken any sight yet.
They're going to win the battle over towards B Storage. That's really important because he needs to gain some idea of what's happening. No trade there suggests that the players from Flipside are a little bit further away. And there's 30 seconds left.
Rotation has come in though from Get Right. He is over to the B bomb site as well, and he's picked the right one because that is where the bomb is. And with time running out, it's going to be harder and harder for Flipside to try and take one of these sites. Not sure if Bondic was making some noise there, but Freiberg, he hears something. Doesn't get the frag though. Forest and Get Right to hold this down. 14 seconds remaining now. Blade is on the bomb site. Bomb has to rotate before Get Right gets there. Oh, the bomb goes down. He's got just enough time to plant it. Cannot afford any fakes here. Going to go for the full plant. Forest versus Bondic and Blade. Knows where Blade could be. Has no idea where Bondic is.
So Forest trying to take him out a little bit here. Goes up to the ramp area, looking down for the shots, but they don't know exactly where he is just yet. And there he goes to drop behind the smoke. In quick to the vent room, but won't take the frag. It was beautiful there from Forest. He had the smoke to actually cover him as he fell down to get into the vent area, safe from the guy on the site, from vision at least. But it wasn't going to be enough. 6-3 now the score. As Flipside are pushing their way back into this one, but that round was just won completely solely on the merits of Well-Did-It picking middle. And I don't think NIP are going to be allowing that to happen so easily again.
They had an option to actually pick up a second AWP there. Blade was standing above it, but he chose not to. We've got a push coming in into A, but there's going to be no engagement just yet.
They did this before as well. This is something NIP clearly like to do.
Oh, this is interesting.
Will they get anything out of it this time? Flipside has seen this once, so they certainly are going to be aware that it's possible that NIP can play this four-man push on the A side. But this round, they don't go quite as hardcore as before. We get a trade over towards the B area. Exist able to get the frag and keep B Storage safe for now. Ooh, that was a shot and a half there from Well-Did-It. Absolutely sublime connection. Straight to the head. And we have a three-man situation here for NIP. Make that a two-man one as Well-Did-It once again is pretty much single-handedly getting his team back in this match. Markov there able to take down Alu as NIP are trying to now find themselves some salvation, but they're in the hands of Get Right for this one. Now can he do what looks to be incredibly hard, if not nigh on impossible here? 3 players, goes for the first engagement, he's not going to get it. And Flipside in with 4 rounds. They are doing a good job here, and once again, got to hand it to Well-Did-It. He's been getting all the key frags. You can see he's only got 7 on the board at the moment. Bondic's ahead of him with 11, but it's the type of frags that he's getting is giving his team all the opportunities to progress in the round with better options.
Absolutely. So Flipside hanging off the edge of a cliff, but pulling themselves back up at the moment. Let's see if it can continue. NIP on the eco here. We're seeing a lot of standard pistols. Bang, not finding the right angle onto Alu there. Gonna just have 10 HP damage. That Molotov's gonna force him out of that position. We've seen a lot of these kind of Molotovs recently, and they are going to great effect. So, 2 players down for NIP now. Mid area is completely exposed. Unbeknownst to Flipside, Going to have a double peek here from the B bomb site. Spray coming out from Simple. Only Get Right remains. Going to have an audio cue. Wallbang going to tag him down to 39 HP. See who wins this duel. Look at that. He's got a P250. Lots of door opening and closing.
Markel's had enough of that.
Battle at IKEA. Won by Markelov.
All right, 6-5. And again, this is like really similar to Mirage. Flipside had a blinding first half, or well, actually, okay, well, it's not quite so similar, but as far as the rounds goes, Flipside are doing well. I mean, 5 rounds already on T side is respectable. Let's see if they can build from this. Right now, we're seeing a 3-man setup on middle from NIP. They want to get close and even potentially go for a counter boost here. Exist is looking to get his mate up there. It is Forrest who's going to be jumping up on top of him. And we'll have to see if Forrest can pick something up. Bondik is looking towards his position, so this might not go so well. He's got to time this perfectly. There's a world of it there as well. As Bondik now moves forwards for potentially... I thought they may have been going for the boost, but no, they're not at the moment. Forrest, very patient. This is perfect from him, as they haven't yet confirmed who is where now for Flipside. And now perhaps a small opportunity here for Forrest, as he still rests on Exist's head there in middle. But another player has come up with an angle. It's Blade, and they would have heard that actually. And now that's the sound cue. That's going to allow Forrest to go in for the kills. Doesn't get Blade as well, but it's a good idea to go in on the sound cues, predicting the boost. And indeed being correct, but it's a 1-for-1 there. As we do have Flipside working in onto the A-bomb site now to smoke off Alu as they make their way in. NIP now, can they defend this? Flipside, all the flashes from both teams coming into play. Get Right with a fantastic spray, finds 2 quick kills. That's going to save Alu to get himself one as well. And now again, it's on Wild at it, but he's got 10 seconds to play with. He's going to go straight in with the Glock. And he doesn't want to get killed after time. He's really got a challenge for these frags. And is he going to pick this one up? He won't. But it's better than getting killed after time. So there you go. Flipside still on 5 rounds. NIP on 7. Their economy not looking so fantastic though.
That's a massive problem with smoking off the quad boxes on the A site, is that you end up having to push to try and take site control to plant the bomb there. I mean, the only alternative is to try and plant the bomb on the other side of the red box, which you can try and do with a smoke. But then, if they realize that and shoot you through the smoke, then a bomb's going to go flying, and then that's going to make the round even more unwinnable than it was trying to breach with a smoke there. So, you know, it's a catch-22. Like you stop the angle for picks, but then you stop the entrance to the site safely for plants. And Get Right got 2 frags because of that. Again, having to push through the smoke. So, difficult situation there for Flipside. They did try and nade and molly the site. I'm not sure what happened to the molly, but it didn't seem to go off. I don't know exactly where it landed. But I did see it thrown, and then that was the end of that.
So it's go time again. They really want this A site, this take to actually work out. But NIP have been doing quite good to defend it so far. Can the Fate... Oh! That is fantastic. Bondik. Straight up. Eliminating Get Right through the smoke with a single decisive shot. But what it's full of those himself is going to take Alu out as well. So 4-on-2, definitely this is going much better there. Blade! Blade, please! Blade, no.
Don't do it. He's been paid off.
Oh my god, that was almost a disaster. Freiburg now is left over against 4 players, so not going to matter all that much, but Freiburg making a bit of trouble for them at the end, but they will win the round. And I would love to have heard the comms in that situation. I would have loved to have heard that. Just like them screaming.
What would they be screaming?
I don't know. I don't think it's safe to stream. It's not safe to stream.
Okay, so NIP down to the eco again. Let's have a look at what Mr. GTR, where he's going. Oh, look at this. We've got Shock and Awe over towards the B-bomb site. Going to be trades coming in. Simple getting the first frag. Can NIP pick up that AK, or is it going to be protected? Oh, indeed. Alu has managed to pick it up. So there is someone holding an angle. That is Blade, but the AK has already been taken. The CTs have come and gone. Let's see what kind of damage that can do as this round continues. So Alu is going to stay with the AK towards the B-bomb site, playing in the headshot position, as they will rotate an extra man over to A now that they have additional firepower on B. Exist just hiding behind the sandbags So I think he will hear the audio cue if the vent is broken. And in the meantime, just got to be paranoid about someone coming above his head. Other than that, he's going to be trying to get a sneaky 2-tap with the USPS a bit later on. Arlu with the only nade on the NIP side, going to timely throw it over to the B bomb site. As there will be about 20 seconds left. Once that disappears, there's a frag onto mid, which means that they can pincer the B bomb site. Again, though, they need to take down Arlu. He is in the headshot position. He could get a spray down on 2 or 3 people here. He won't find a single frag. He will go down straight away to Blade. And Flipside with a good opportunity to make this 7-7.
Absolutely fantastic T-half from them so far. And NIP not going to be able to do much here. We get their buy coming in on the next round, and I would love to see them continue to try to work some of these aggressive plays. For example, on the A site, we're seeing that 4-man push, 2 through Squeaky, 2 through A main, and then after that you can get someone deep in on A main. They don't have to push further than that, and but just locking down A main can be really strong. So I would like to see that continue from them. I feel like Flipside have been playing a slower pace than NIP, and that has been what's been able to actually give them some of these picks. Because Flipside in many of the rounds have actually been taking it all the way to like last 10 seconds. They've been doing that quite often, but now this buy from NIP is pretty scrappy to say the least. And yeah, this is going really well for Flipside. 7 rounds already, and looking an advantage for another one. And Simple with the timing kill.
He's back, baby. Double Orcs coming out here for Flipside. Let's see if they can make them work again with a Mag 7. NIP going to be playing. Well, GetRight's going to be playing close and personal. You can see him firing it off over towards the. Oh, actually, it's a decoy, of course. It is a scary decoy, though. You know there's a Mag 7 on the map. That is going to make you paranoid about every corner, every off angle. But there's going to be no engagement of that Mag 7 just yet. So, Simple looking for a second frag over towards the B bomb site. We have Arlu hiding behind the box. Just holding an angle there. You can see those smaller boxes. You can just walk up over them and see Arlu will be able to take him out there without too much trouble. But you've got to get there first. And they may be set up. Yeah, you can see Freiberg's covering Arlu there. So were someone to peek, they would be dead. GetRight's coming in, A main, and he's going to get a frag onto it and find out that there are 2 players over towards A. Doesn't cause a rotation, though, from the CT players. Didn't see the bomb, so maybe they've got the inkling that is coming over to the site. Freiberg, again, he's got that angle to save Arlu. Arlu's going to be key here. Could get 2 frags. They're lining up. He's going to get both of them. The bomb's down as well. 2 versus 1 all of a sudden. 15 seconds on the clock. Misses the final frag, but it's going to be very, very hard indeed for Blade to finish these 2 players off. 10 seconds now, and this is pretty much over. Forrest in a position where even if Arlu goes down, he's not going to find that second frag. Arlu finds a frag, and NIP go into the second half with a 1-round lead.
7 rounds on the T side, though, is pretty damn scary. I mean, NIP, they've got to do better than that. They've got to get 8 themselves on the T side. And asking for 8 rounds on the T side of this map, when if you don't win the pistol, that's actually really hard, generally speaking. So I have to see what NIP have to show with this new lineup in their T side of Cash. They've always been a good Cash team, but I would say that their CT sides are usually a lot more scary. But yeah, I mean it's going to be interesting to see now, because Flipside, I would actually also say that their CT side is not as impressive as their T sides on some maps, and I'd say that Cash could be one of those maps as well, because even with Simple and Wild Edit, so we've actually seen matches where those 2 players haven't really been that effective, or if their economy gets broken, they're not playing as well. Whereas that's not really an issue I see as much with NIP, playing from low economy, but I feel like that's a problem for Flipside.
Absolutely.
So that's where I see this this could go well for NIP. They need to keep them on low economy. They need to win the pistol round.
Okay, so crucial pistol round, as Dan just described. We will see what the plan is here for both teams. May see an early boost of 1, maybe 2 players here for NIP. Indeed, it will be 2 players. Maybe looking to burst onto mid. In fact, straight away, Simple going to fall in the vent area, and mid is already in the hands of NIP. So you can see, look at the aggression here from Freiberg. He is not stopping. There are no brakes on this train. Jumping around for a massive flank on the CTs. and this round is pretty much over. Fire coming in as well, taking down Markelov. Only Bondik and Blade versus 5, almost completely untagged terrorists. This is a monster pistol round here from the Swedish side. +1 Finn.
And there's gonna be no scouts as well now for Flipside because they got no frags.
Same as we saw on the previous map.
Yeah.
But with the opposite teams.
And this is another map where the scout is actually pretty darn good. It's not as good as it is on Dust 2 or Mirage, but it's still pretty damn good on this map. So, and if you have Simple and modded it with it, Simple is actually a scout just monster. So that's going to be really nice for NIP knowing that that scout's not going to be in play. And they're just going to completely try to circumvent any issues close range or long range against the pistols. They're going to get in here fast as a
brought
unit.
some wine along.
And we'll see if they can actually avoid getting any deaths here against these pistols, the pistol armor. Get right watching the flank. And so far so good. This is going as it's supposed to. Going as planned. Exist tag pretty low, but he's got teammates to cover him. Just for us to go down so far. As Friberg is going to spray down Simple. And they have the bomb. And they should really have planted it already. But they haven't. There you go. Finally planted. And they'll only lose 2 players. So that's fine for NIP.
Good to see how Freiburg did not overextend there. He got the first frag. He was a bomb carrier as well, which is a big reason why he didn't overextend, but he didn't put himself in a position where he might fall, and there was no trade from a teammate. So,
oh, I just noticed something interesting, actually. Blade is the guy that didn't buy anything. I wonder if that's because he wanted Simple or loaded it on pistol armor instead of them having to save for an orb, because he feels that they're stronger players than him, and he can drop the orb later.
good question.
I wonder if that's
Oh, that nade. He shoots and he will score. Markelov, 8 HP. He's going to have to wait a while to be able to abuse his position. He's only got a poor little USPS. Oh, he's not going to find a frag either.
It's so hard.
He probably did about 85 damage in 5 there.
Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to get the headshot when they're facing away from you. I mean, when their back is to you, it's just like it's harder to get that hitbox going for some reason. And 11-7 the score. Now the AWP is in on World Edit, and we do have ourselves a very, very interesting situation for Flipside, as they cannot afford to get their economy broken here. They need to get this money going. They need to get the potential double AWPs going. But World Edit's going to get shut out of middle here, so if NIP realize that, they can just take over middle for free, and that's going to give them a lot of really strong options here. But are they going to realize? Simple's going in though. What a madman, just going straight in.
He's just been charging like that all match, basically, charging through smokes, going for retakes, etc. He just no remorse.
And he killed Get-Right as well. Get-Right is super annoying from the B storage position, and so Get-Right usually gets a kill there. The majority of times, Get-Right will find a kill onto a B player, but this time Simple's not taking any nonsense from him, and that's going to put them in advantage with Get-Right dead. But now they have taken middle. That is strong. That's smart. Flipside still don't have any presence there, so that is for free for them. And now he's going to pick up a kill onto the A bomb site. So now the CT is going to be looking towards the A. And in fact, NIP are like, screw it, let's go for it, guys. Pushing in. Fire comes down, but 3 quick frags found by Flipside, as Freiberg needs to clutch this. He's got 30 seconds to go, and he's already down to a very low amount of health. And the pop flash's not quite going to go his way. These shots, but NIP eliminated. I can't help but wonder after that frag from Ali whether or not they should have just jumped in for that B play, but they decided to go for the quick A split.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just would like to announce double AWPs here for Flipside. 4 spy coming out for NIP. See how this one goes. Let's have a look. Well, there's a delayed discussion as to who picks up the Galil.
And here we
Where
go.
these AWPs are. So Simple over towards the B-bomb site. All that it is going to be in mid.
And this is what had to happen too. This is exactly the point we're bringing up. If they couldn't get to the double AWPs, then it's like their chances are less good to actually win this match. But now they've got to them. So they just need a couple round wins to get the buffer going. If they do get take a few players taken down, so they can get the rebuys and always keep the double AWPs from now on. But if they can manage that, then I really feel good about their chances to take this here.
All right, so Get-Right taking down Simple towards B, in fact. Simple holding the angle non-stop, but it's Get-Right who is going to prove victorious there.
He's amazing at this. Honestly, he's the best player at that position, at that role.
Okay, so an early advantage here for NIP. 50 seconds remaining on the clock, and the CTs have had to rotate out. And Kenny Estal gonna get a shot through the corner of the smoke.
Goodness.
Get Right is annihilating humankind at the moment on Cash. Bondik, only one. And he is just standing on A with a tear in his eye for his fallen comrades. Because
seriously,
Get Right just doesn't give a damn.
The thing is that, like, I've mentioned it quite a few times before, just like the kind of dynamics between how the early round works and like your B storage player, like what he can do. Get Right has taken it to a new level. He is able to consistently get frags there, and it's so scary that he can, in a one-on-one against Simple's AWP, get the pick on Simple. Then he finds with the smoke another way to get another pick, very Kenny S-like, with the AK, and it just annihilates them. It is beautiful to watch him play that role. And that kind of play is going to put NIP in a very good situation, because now they've gotten themselves away from the double AWP setup of Flipside, who now have to eco. So looking to take a strong foothold of this match. Our NIP is Alu's just playing cleanup at the moment, just getting rid of these pistoling players, holding down a pretty good angle for the distance. Shots onto them as they push B storage, and yeah, this isn't going to go so well for World against 3 players here. Surely not, but that's a solid tag onto Forest. And not able to get the shot. Exist diving over the truck with the Glock. Able to take him down. 13-8 is the score, as NIP are looking in good stead to actually pull this one straight through to a W. And wouldn't be surprised to see 16-8 in this position from the momentum that they're showing. But World it's on an AWP. There is hope here for Flipside. But there's no nades, so they've got to pull something out, which is a little bit unorthodox, I think. I'd like to see some aggression here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we need some aggression here from the CT team. They've got 3 people on mid at the moment. They're going to shut that down. Definitely don't want to lose control of that anytime soon. There are 3 people there well, there were 3 people for the Ts, just running around outside the boost area. But they have sorted themselves out. We may see a boost coming in for the T side. Not yet. They're just creeping. Crab walking towards the A bomb site. We can see there's nobody on the A bomb site at the moment. While that it is holding an angle from the car, but if the door opens, I don't think he would even hear it from that position. So that would give NIP almost free reign of the bomb site. Nade starting to come in here. Are we going to see a rotation? Indeed. The call has been made, and Blade is going to make his way up. And again, here we go. Free reign of the bomb site already. Coming out of the door with no challenge whatsoever. Bomb is going to go down almost for free. Nice frag through the smoke from Freiburg. What at it with a trade. Get Right just holding the position for the rotation. And he's going to take Simple's head off. Oh, the trade doesn't come in even though he got a nade out. Smoke frag going to come out onto Alu. So it's 2 versus 3 now. Exist jumping to find out some information there. Got to be paranoid about A main as well. But this retake is still going to be a difficult one here for the CTs. Bondik is coming.
Kit either.
There's no kit on all 3 of the teams. Are they playing for exit frags now? They've got 1 person on the site, but surely he's not going to be able to do this. He's going to go down to Exist, and this round is pretty much over. Only while that it remains, he should be able to save this AWP if he can get off this angle. But Ninjas in Pyjamas close in even further.
This is a good example of why.
Wow, that was beautiful.
Why they needed to throw in aggression early on to kind of, because NIP, well, the reason that you want to throw in aggression when you have rounds where you have no nades is because when the team does actually go in to push the site, you have no counter grenades. You have no way to actually stop them from getting onto the site, or to slow them down, or to get yourselves, securing positions and getting those multiple kills. This is very difficult. You got to rely purely on individual skill, where they have advantages in almost every engagement.
You got to stop them from executing.
And Flipside do have good execution though, but here goes Get Right. This is the very Kenny S-like smoke, able to pick up a quick frag from it. The Simple goes down, but the trade is there, as Markov was playing close. And
quick rotation from Freiburg, just in case the CTs are going to try and push for information. He's ready and waiting to deny them of that, but they know better than to do that. Going to save the AK, take it back to the B bomb site rather than get a bit too excited. Bondik, again, he's playing a close position because he wants to get the one tap should somebody open that door. Oh, well, it does not find the frag. Gets it a second time.
Wow. That was gorgeous.
Sees the pinhead and takes it down. 3 versus 3. But the the T's in a very strong position here towards the A bomb site. Freiburg takes down Blade, and it's going to have a desperate hold here. Flashes coming in and mollies as well. Going to stop him from holding the angle he wants to hold. Freiburg makes it into A main, so now it's a 3 versus 2 here. Worldelit and Markelov. Markelov has left the building, down to Worldelit versus 3. Does have a kit, but with all these smokes, really, what can he do?
There's not all that much, really, and he does have a kit, but NIP are not going to give away more players here. He's just going to keep himself safe from a quick push. We can quickly check the money here, and we can see why it's so important for him to keep this AWP alive, as NIP are going to move into match point on the next round. And despite hitting some good shots, they are struggling to really stop NIP from taking the bomb site. Every time they have taken or pushed in for the A take, they get the site. It's happened pretty much every time. And there's been a few times when Flipsid have found themselves on low economy without the diffuses, and that's a bit of a jerk there, but it's going to be Worldelit picking up a quick frag on middle. NIP now without the advantage on players, but they still have Get Right and Alu alive to try to open up the start of the round. That's mainly the job of those two players, towards A and then towards B with Get Right. But this time they are all towards A at the moment. Flipside are rotating the bulk of their lineup towards the safe bomb side as well. So Markov they trust for the B hold, as NIP again have an easy contestation. In fact, there's no contest at all for middle.
Oh, now that potential flank is coming in here from one of these T players.
I think. Oh, it's Get Right.
Of course it's Get Right. Okay. And that stops the rotation from the CTs on the B-bomb site as well, but I think he has been heard there by Blade. And he is not going to push it just yet, but this is still a very nasty position indeed for the CT side.
There is the incendiary from Bondik to slow them down as they slowly make their way in. But he's going to have to do better than that. He's going to pick up some kills here, at least 2. He's got no friends to help him out here. A flash from a teammate would be really, really nice here. But Exist going to roll in and just jump and eliminate him, as Exist can now get the bomb down. It's a 3-on-3. Forest and Alu pressuring them very, very aggressively here. Simple looking for the flick shots. He's alone against the rest of NIP. And Forest is going to eliminate him as well. And 16-8, another 16-8, as NIP are able to I wouldn't